Over the past 6 months, I've quadrupled my follower count, I've 5x'd my leads, I've closed over $3.5 million in sales, and I've put over $20 million in my pipeline. And I did it all for free. So over the next 10 minutes, I'm gonna give you 5 strategies that you could start using today on Instagram to start putting leads in your pipeline for 2025. It's been a tough year in the industry for everybody. These are the things that I'm doing right now and that you could implement yourself. If you don't know me, my name is Tony Angelos. I'm a realtor in Chicago. I figured all of this out myself just through tons and tons of trial and error and studying and learning from people who I think are incredible marketers. And if growing your business through Instagram and social media and branding is something that interests you, join my free Skool community down below, the Celebrity Agent Clubhouse, and this is what we talk about. So let's get on with it. First of all, why would we even do Instagram? I think that there are so many platforms, and I struggled with this in the past where like it's scatterbrained. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna try this, I'm gonna try that, looks good. People are having success over here. But when I really dug into it, Instagram, I think, just provides the best opportunity for you to actually build relationships with people. The DM feature is really strong. And furthermore, the algorithm itself is really powerful. It promotes your videos to people who are interested in the same types of things as other people. So it just kind of has like network effect where you start to have conversations. Like I have conversations all the time where, talking to someone and they're like, oh, my mom started sending me your videos. I hear this from even other agents in the Chicago market where like agents' moms are sending other agents my videos, which I think is so funny. But like what happens, and that's how powerful the algorithm has become. An algorithm can be your friend, but at the end of the day, the core function of Instagram is they want people to interact and share and engage on the platform. And this is really the lens that I look at everything through. So let's get into it right now. Like I'm gonna stop babbling. Number 1, optimize your profile. This is the lowest hanging fruit. It does not need to be complicated. Here is a picture of my profile. I think, yeah, here, wherever I'm gonna put it. Look at it as a template. At the end of the day, I think this just needs to be simple. Tell people who you are, tell them why they should follow you, and give them some clear instructions for next steps. You'll notice mine is Tony Angelos. It used to be Tony Chicago Real Estate, but because I have, what's the little blue check mark? Verified it, so like it has to be my name now. But at the end of the day, like really encourage people not to get clever here. You don't want riddles with your name or nicknames or anything like that. Just make it so that if somebody were to search you on Google, your Instagram pops up, because at the end of the day, this is my resume. This is what people see when they find me. And I've worked really hard to cultivate it, and it has a lot of power when I go and talk to somebody. They don't even interview other people, it's just me. And I want that for you too. And then after your name, you have to make it clear why they should follow you. So here in mine, I call out, I'm in Chicago, this is who I am. So pretty straightforward, you don't need to overcomplicate it. This is low hanging fruit. Pause the video and just make sure your bio is right now. And as a courtesy, if you shoot me a DM in Skool and the Celebrity Agent Clubhouse, and as a courtesy, if you shoot me a DM in Skool, I'll review your bio for you for free. Just take a look at it, give you my thoughts and how I think that you should optimize it a little bit further. Don't do this on Instagram. I don't want a bunch of realtors following me on Instagram. Train your algorithm who your audience is. And I've worked really hard to cultivate my audience as other people who live in my little area of the city. Okay, let's move on to the second thing you could post. I'm gonna give this a very loose umbrella term and just say post valuable things. But people really misunderstand this. There's this idea of the 80-20 principle, like 20% of the time you should promote, but the other 80% of the time you need to give value. But what is value? People will vote with their eyes, and they will tell you if something is valuable, if they're sharing it a lot, if they're commenting a lot. And what do people really want? Homes. Really want homes. So that's why I post a lot of property tours. People want this, they find this valuable. Even though it's actively selling, I'm promoting properties, people still want it. Now here's the frame that I look at this through. Would this home be a hot home on Redfin? Would this home be something that would go really quickly? Those are the types of homes that I try and cherry pick, because those are the types of homes that are gonna perform well on social media. Big surprise. But framing the video in such a way that encourages people to engage and act on it and put a keyword, that's the trick. But there's other things you could do that are valuable too. You could post coffee shops in your area, you could post new restaurant openings, you could post news. There's tons of things you could post, and we as real estate agents or matchmakers of our community, there's always things going on that you could post about. So you always have new content to talk about, which is what I love. Okay, on to number 3. This goes into the posts that you're gonna be making, but show your face. If you look at my videos, you'll notice a really recurring theme. It always starts with my face and a property, well, at least for the property tours. Alex Hormozy always talks about how brand is an association between two things. So if you're thinking about how you're gonna build a brand, you wanna build an association between yourself and real estate, or yourself and your community. And you only do that by showing your face with that thing over and over again. A guiding principle that I have is that people need to be reminded more than they need to be taught. So you need to continually remind people that you do this thing in this area. Showing your face for 2 seconds in the beginning of the video is one of those things that has been highly effective for me. And I'll even give you a little personal anecdote about this. Shortly after a video that I posted, somebody commented on my post, we set up a tour, we want to meet them, and they come to meet you, they know you already. They've seen all your videos, they know your life. You don't know anything about them though. So it's always a crapshoot with what's gonna happen when you go meet somebody. But I went and met this guy, I'm like, hey, nice to meet you, I'm Tony, blah, blah, blah. And he said, wow, this is so much better than meeting a random agent on Redfin. Verbatim, that's what he said. That's the power of building a brand using social media. Okay, that's number 4, using the DMs. Relationships are built in the DMs. And it doesn't need to be complicated too. You can use a tool like ManyChat. I'm an avid ManyChat user. For a lot of you who might have a small following, it's free in the beginning and it gets more expensive as you scale up and build. But for me, I have like whatever followers at this point. I talk to a lot of people on a very regular basis through Instagram, and I only pay like $45 a month. I know people that are spending $10,000+ a month on Zillow, and I'm basically having the same amount of conversations for $45 a month. So ManyChat is that tool that makes automation actually realistic and actually scalable for you and for other brokers like us who are trying to build this business through social media. ManyChat doesn't have to be complicated either. You can look at all my workflows that I have in my Skool community. They're all listed there for free and a tutorial on it in my free Skool community. So if you're interested in joining that, go ahead. The link is down in my description. And we want people to be engaging and active in this community. All right, and before we get to the last thing, do me a favor, if this is something that's interesting to you, if you want to grow and build your business through social media and brand building and things like that, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. That's gonna let me know that this is valuable content for you, and I'll make more content like this. Okay, and to wrap this all up, number 5, build relationships through your stories. One thing that I always say is posts are for strangers, stories are for people who know you. And when you post a story, the people who continually see your stories over and over again, those are warm leads. Those are people who are your biggest fans. You need to engage with those people. Instagram makes it super easy. They literally give you a list of all the people and you can message them right from that list. There are a lot of ways to do this in a way that starts conversations very seamlessly, very effortlessly, very non-salesy. Plug, what's that? Oh, you talk about this in your Skool community? Oh, that would be a good place to find more about how you could sell through the stories. But either way, stories are meant to build relationships with people. I want you to be authentic. I want you to be original. I want you to show your life, show your partner, show your kids, show your pets. Because these are the things that make you a real person. People want to work with real people. So the stories are the place to do that, not your posts. The post is the top of the funnel where things come in from, and then the stories are where you work them down. Because at the end of the day, what is it, like only 1% of people are actually gonna be ready to buy at any given time. So you gotta work them through that sales funnel, and you do that with the stories. You get them in with the reel or the post or whatever, but then you gotta nurture them, and that's where this comes in. So there you have it. Those are 5 things that you could do literally right now, literally this week, so that you can have a kick-ass 2025. My name is Tony Angelos. If you want to learn more about this, hit the link down in my description to join my Skool community. I'm going to try and be a lot more consistent and do more live workshops with people so we can interact and kind of some ideas together. But that's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you next time.